Alright, welcome back to Dark Scott Traders Hub, and good morning everyone. Good morning Lois and all you other guys that are tuned in, that are already part of the stream. Please, I'm saying thank you for joining and for being consistent every now and then. Yeah, I don't take it for granted. I'm happy you're part of this, and please let us know where you're streaming from, and of course, if you don't mind, go ahead and share the stream, the link to as many people as you can. And of course, if you can still, go ahead and like the stream as usual. You know how we do this. Anyways, without any further ado, we get into our daily routine. Let's pray and start today's session. Father, we thank you for the beautiful morning. Thank you that we are back here. Thank you for the success of yesterday, and thank you for even today's success. We already see it because we know you prepare for us good things only. So we are ready for everything that you prepare for us tonight. Thank you for the profits. Thank you for the exit, perfect exits and entries that you're giving us. And thank you for this in as a whole, the opportunity to make money even while we are using our gadgets. We give you praise, we love you. Thank you for the skill that you've taught us to use for the glory of your name. We give you praise, we give you all the honor. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. Right, so without any further ado, Crush 500 is what is next. The analysis of Crush 500. So when we start from the weekly time frame, what is happening? So my internet slow. Why is it doing this? Okay, so daily, the buy kind of move that we wanted started. Of course, it started yesterday. I don't need to show you everything all the way from below. So let's go to H1. So actually, let's start from M15. So yesterday it had given us this kind of move. Those who remember, I told you we may see price keep moving between these this range, but it broke out and came to that level and took us out. Actually, we had started to sell right here. Let me see. Those who were online will remember. Wait, it did not enter. This is Crush. Oh yes, this is another account. This is another account. Okay. I was wondering what is happening. This is another account. Let me change the account right here. Just a minute. Okay, so just change here to another account. Oh yes. All right, so So yeah, that's where we had made our entries from, and then took us out. Of course, we normally have our tight stop losses. Took us out, and then it didn't even take much time. The sell that we needed came through, but of course I could not enter it again. Yeah, but that was a sale. Those who had not put their stop losses, you should have made money right here. That was the sale that I was looking at. Sold here and immediately went and broke out again and went all over. It actually gave us this was a change of character. If you're on M15, that would have been the change of character. Then reacted back down, then came, gave us a break of structure right there. High, low, high. Now that is what is happening. So when it did this, I wanted it to give us a retest a bit about here, but it did not. But today morning, this was around what time? It actually gave us a retest today morning. Let's say 2, 3, 4, around 4:30 it came to retest that level. So we missed that entry. We first delete all this now. Delete that and that. And now I want to go to H1, understand where. Let me go to H4. Why do I have a retest? Okay, H1, M15, that would be the order block that it was coming back to. So that's where the retest happened from, and immediately price reacted immediately to the buys. Yeah, and currently, of course, here when it reached this level, it gave us a signal that we are oversold according to CCI. But from our understanding, we have to understand that according to H1, we've just reached oversold. According to H1, we've just reached overbought right there. Why? Because of the highs right here. But then if I go to H4, you clearly see that we've just started. So right now, all we need to know is this is gonna be just a pullback. So we are making higher highs and higher lows depending on the time frame. So right now I need to look at where I might anticipate the retracement. Yeah, of course there's this fair value gap down below here, so it's likely to be our point of interest. That is a bit, yeah, actually that's the level. So I'm not going to wait. I know that now price is coming right there. I know that without a doubt price is gonna come there, and then we get into buys according to H4. So according to M15, I'm going to look at selling this asset. If I go to M5, I will get to know my confirmation right there, and then I may sell now, or I may wait for another retest, or I may wait for another candle of H1 to start. I may wait for another candle of H1 to start in order to get into this kind of sell to bring me right about there. So as of now, this will be a no-go. I don't want to risk a lot, but this being crash 500, even if you enter right here and put your stop loss above there, still your stop loss will be very minimal, and depending on the lot size you're using, whether you use one lot size or 0.5 or 2, still your stop loss will not that be big. if compared to if you had entered boom 1000. So it's all good. This is a low leverage kind of asset. You can still enter it, but I want to wait for 11. I want to wait and look at 11 a.m. and see if I can enter at that time. So probably we may see it come around that, then you can enter it probably by 11. We'll see about that and see if we can enter. So please remind me, we still have about 14 minutes to get to 11. That is if it goes all the way back there. We may see a spike to continue down, then a retest later when we get into another hour. Yeah, we may see this right now, and then later on we see this to actually return back there. Before we even reach 11, we may see this spike. So I'm saying just hold on, for now. All right, that is crash 500. Let's now get to boom 1000. Boom 1000. So boom 1000, we made a lot of money, and in fact it is still going. I don't normally leave orders running overnight, so I closed right around this level right here. I closed around there and called it a day, but of course we knew that our TP was all the way here, and that's where it is coming to as we speak. This was a second TP, so that is, this will be the third TP. But remember, according to, so this was the money right here, that was the money right there. First gave us this, we first had our entry there. I didn't give you that, I gave you another entry right here. That is when I gave you another entry when it reacted back here, and that's how we sold it all the way down below. It is still going all the way down below. I took my profits right here before I went to sleep. So now that we know that, I can easily, this one I can easily delete it. It is the first TP. I can easily delete it and delete even all that. We can delete this now. Go to H4. When I go to H4, this first delete it. This was the move that, this is the move that we're looking at, and that's where we are coming to the first TP right there. The second TP is this, all the way from up. This was one, this will be the second one right there, right about there. So that is the next one. So for now, according to H1 we are still selling. According to H4 we need to buy, but we are retesting just because H1 is not yet oversold, so we cannot buy now until H1 is oversold. M15 is oversold, but still not, H1 hasn't reached oversold. So it means according to M15 we are likely to enter some buys once we reach probably this order block, and then we will be coming back either to that order block right there and do the retest according to M15. I want you to understand that it will be according to M15. Then once we do that retest, we come again into sales to take us down below, just like we need according to H1, because H1 is selling. So M15 needs some buy, but of course we know according to H1, since we've passed the retracement level, then we need to see some retracement. So this is a retracement that will be taking us back there to grab some liquidity right about there. But then this is a retracement on H1, but it aligns with what we want on M15, so it means buys are going to come in according to M15 time frame. So in this coming hour, you may see this kind of move to reach the other level, and then later on we can enter sales again. So we may look for sales, for buys, but the best way to enter today's market is to wait for sales right there when price reacts around that level. Yeah, that would be the best opportunity to actually do that, to actually enter this boom 1000. So for now, I will leave this at this. We will come back to it probably when the buy has started. So when the buy has started, probably in the next hour, which has about 10 minutes. Yeah, that's it. Let me leave it on M15. Let's now head over to boom 500. So on boom 500, before we actually broke out, we wanted a retest on that fair value gap so that we can come in again and then grab the liquidity and go all the way into the buys, because the trend was a buy. We did not see that. It gave us here, but it was a fake kind of confirmation right here and took us out. And then later on, it continued into the buys overnight. So, and it has now hit where we wanted it to go to, and now that level is no longer necessary. It came back to that, so we clearly have a resistance right about there. We have a resistance right about there. We have a resistance, so price has reacted to that, and it is now coming into sales. According to H4 on CCI, we see that we are now overbought, but then according to H1, it has already moved, so we can now anticipate a pullback. But then this pullback may not happen right now. It may happen later when probably price comes around that fair value gap. Then it goes again back to that level. So for now, it is a bit tricky. Just take out these and then take out that. These are still our points of interest, so I'm going to move them, and then once it gets back there, one can look for this kind of move. So according to weekly, we still know that the general momentum or the general trend is a sell. According to daily, we are going to keep selling. Yeah, even though we see CCI giving us buys, and yesterday's candle was a buy, so we may consider buys shortly, but knowing that according to weekly we are selling. But even before we go to weekly, according to H4, we want sells. It's only daily time frame that is looking for buys, so which is a bit tricky. We can only anticipate buys if this resistance level is broken. That's when we can now anticipate buys, but until then we are still selling, and we need to find even a trade on sales probably in the next 1 or 2 hours. Yeah, I think that's it for me according to on this asset. What I'm saying, I won't enter now, and I can't enter unless I have a confirmation for the sell. I will not enter any buys, even as much as I can see that this was a change of character right there. But on giving us a change of character, we did not see any retest. If I use my fib from the highs to the lows, then clearly you will see that either price will come around this level or to the level below where we have a change of character. I mean, where we have a fair value gap right here. So price is likely to return to such level. Let's see on boom. Yeah, that fair value gap on H4 from here to all the way down below. So it's likely to come around the H4 fair value gap before it can get head back into buys. That is another scenario. Yeah, price continuing the sell to come around here before we can head back into buys, probably even break out from that resistance level above. All right, now that we've seen that, let's head over to Volatility 25S, V25S. So Vol 25S, if I can go to M15, this was what I was looking for. In fact, I entered an entry, but it was having low momentum. Look at how it was running the whole of yesterday. But of course I had my entry because it gave me what I was looking for. It put me into profits, but I was reluctant to close because I wanted it to come all the way down below, but it failed. So it took me out in profits. I could not share this signal to the group or to the VIP group because it's not our kind of trade that I would encourage other people to risk on. Yeah, so I did not share it to the VIPs. Reacted back to that level, came down a bit, but then gained the momentum to actually break out, and again we are still getting into sales. So it's still a crazy asset. The move it is giving us, it's a bit crazy for us to even look at any trades, but as we know, the trend lines can do the trick. So we can use the trend lines to see that that is a channel that is being created. That is a bearish channel right there. In fact, it's a bullish channel right there. It's a bullish channel that is being created right there. So all we need now is we have a break of structure. This is like a retest, so anytime from now we'll see a breakout. So this breakout is likely to take us right about there. The only issue I have with this is that it is having low momentum, so even taking any trades may take the whole day to even hit the target, or even hit quarter of the target. So that's the only issue I have with such trades. So that's what I will be seeing, but as of now, okay, breakout, retest back to what? Let's delete that. Now bring this. Is a valid order block right there. It's a fair value gap shortly, and then it's coming to this fair value gap coming to the order block. So it means our buys are gonna come from this order block, our buy trade. So if I go to M15, I'm gonna wait for that according to M30. Enter here with the buys and take us all the way up. But I want to remind you and warn you that this is currently having a low momentum, so trade it at your own risk, knowing that it's going to be going slow, like very slow, very slow. So you rather leave the asset alone, but if you can and you know how to leverage it properly, then you can trade it and take what you can from it. V2075, V75. Today I feel a bit exhausted. I'm not sure why, but yeah. Right now, V75. Yesterday I was anticipating price to react back to that order block and then start the sales, but as it started to climb up, actually it increased some momentum. We can see that on this very engulfing bullish candle right here. Yeah, it did that, and clearly we can see what came next, but it has now market found that resistance up there, and the resistance is a bit holding up, so I can easily now delete everything right here, and even here, and even right here. Delete everything, and now if I can go to H1, clearly I will see that my entry is, I can enter now. Why? H4 I was already selling, but then I wanted a retest. Now I found a retracement, I found a resistance right there. H1 I'm overbought, and I should be looking for sales. I'm overbought. M15 on the other hand, we've already started selling. We actually had this kind of move right there. Yes, so that would clearly tell us the bias currently of this very asset. It means we need to so clearly according to what we have, we need sales, but then Of course, trend lines give us a better hand in this thing, so we will may enter my sales if price gets back up there, but as of now I don't have an entry. The only issue I'm seeing according to M15 is this is like a change of character right about there, and price is pulling, is coming back again, so I'm not sure if I will actually have an entry right here. So all I need to do is be patient and wait probably to get something like that and something like this later on as my entry for the sales right about there. All right, if it doesn't give it to me, then if I go to M5, it has to give it to me. In fact, according to M5, it has to give it to me. This move right there, it has to give it to me, so that's what I'm going to wait for. Once I have it, then I'll be able to enter my sniper entry on V75. Remember, H1 we are looking for sales, H4 we are looking for sales, daily time frame we are looking for sales. So that's why we are a bit confident with the entry, but we needed to know, you needed to be sure of whatever comes around. All right, so that's it on this asset. I can even leave it on M5 and then head to jump 50. I hope you guys are having a great time. Please, if you don't mind, go ahead and like the stream, like just as I've always told you. It helps us to be noticed by the YouTube algorithm. Jump 50. So I'm still waiting for this move. Now it has come to that fair value gap, so it's been there actually for some good time, so probably it's heading back. It wants to first come to this order block, probably because I was anticipating it to start to sell when it gets to that fair value gap, but up to now it is not. So and it is not doing what? It is not respecting the bearish fair value gap. So that clearly tells us that the current bias is a buy, and clearly that will tell us that once it's done giving us a high, then it will come to react to that very fair value gap, and that's where we will be waiting it from. We'll be having our buy limits ready to enter this very market. Alright, so for now, this I'm not going to waste my time on it. Jump 50, we go to jump 25, and we look at it. Jump 25. So yesterday I noticed several things that I just didn't understand with the leaf. So now this is a fair value gap. Wait a minute, let me first head back to, what was it, boom 1000, boom crash 500, it went back there up. Are we ready to sell this asset? I think we are, but H1 is not yet ready somehow. Surprisingly, it's not yet ready, but we'll be waiting for it, so not yet. So if I see a sell candle, then I can know that we are starting the sell momentum, but as of now, it's not yet. Let me see on M1. Yeah, M1, not yet. So until I see some sell momentum, so let's wait for it as we keep pushing. So the other one was okay, the retest on 1000 is happening, just like I told you, the retest. So we are going to sell when it comes back here. Please don't mind about what you're seeing there as jump 25. We are on boom 1000. I wanted to check because I told you around 11 I'll come to tell you if we have entries or not. So we need it right there. It hasn't reached. We wait for it and see if it will reach. According to boom 1000, we want that, not yet. So I think that's it. Those are the things that we were waiting for. So yeah, back to jump 25. Jump 25, according to H4, this was a fair value gap. Price reacted to it the first time. That's where we started to get our move right there. And of course, according to M15, there was another fair value gap, an order block right there that price reacted back to, and I entered from here. And then price came, took me out. This is the surprising thing. So I wanted to enter from right here, but I missed the entry because I was waiting for this. So I missed the entry. I entered here and made other entries above there, but then it came. I had put my stop loss just below here, so it came immediately, took me out, and then after taking me out, immediately it reversed. Let me even put it in M1 so that you see what I'm talking about. That's how weird I found. Where is the thing? Yes, that's how weird it was. It was as if they were tracking me. They are tracking where I had put my stop loss. Look at that. It didn't even go any further. And this has happened several times. I tried to, I showed this to the guys on us, a VIP, and that's something they realized. So they took me out, but then left one entry. I don't know how. They left one entry. I had 3 entries. They left 1 entry, and then price immediately after taking me out right there, price started to move in its direction, just like that. So that's how weird I found market yesterday. But nevertheless, that was our first entry on this asset. Then we had a second entry right here. Now this other second entry also, those who are on VIP, I also showed you I had put my limit order just there. It was there, but then sorry that I don't want to go into a lot. I had put my limit order right there, and the price came, touched it, did not activate it, and then went into the intended direction. And that was also crazy. I just don't know what was happening. So it was not activated here, but eventually I had to enter right there. I think, let me see. Yeah, eventually I entered right there, and of course this other entry took my profits there. That was the first TP. Then of course I had forgotten to take it, right? I think I took the one here, and no, I didn't take. I took it right there. Then it reversed, took me out, other entries that had their stop losses and profits, then reacted around, then came again down below to the fair value gap, to this fair value gap, grabbed liquidity down below here because it knew some guys had still put their stop losses right down below, so grabbed the liquidity down below and then went back into the buy. That's just the summary about this asset. So now I can remove all this, delete, get back to H1, delete. This resistance right here is still holding up, and clearly according to H1 we are overbought right there. We need to look for sales. Let's look at H1, H4. Yes, we've reached retracement level according to H4, but you have to realize that according to H4 we want buys to reach the other level. Yeah, why? Because we had that flag, so we need to see our buys get to that level. So this week resistance has to be broken, but how? So according to M15 the sale is gonna come around, let's see to where exactly. Wow, I don't see where. This order block has been taken out. This fair value gap has not been taken out, but it is even not below our 50%. This fair value gap is being taken out, which is mitigated. So I don't see any other point of interest left back apart from this, apart from that. That is how this is weird. That is the only point of interest left back, unless if it wants to react again to this order block. So let me first check. According to H1, do we have any point of interest? No. Oh, the order block. Okay, yes, this order block right there, H1 order block. So I can delete this. That H1 order block will be the one to give us a retest. So one may now anticipate this move and then later on probably we can see a breakout to bring us to our TP level right there. So as of now I don't have an entry, so this is a no-go for me currently. Yeah, I'm seeing sales on H1 and M15 of course, so that's why the sale is valid, but it's gonna be a short one. Yeah, so it's gonna be a short one. So for now I will leave it. I can enter sales if I have a confirmation, but as we speak I don't have a confirmation, so I will leave the sale for now. That is jump 25. So last asset is jump 10. Jump 10, excuse me, jump 10. So let's look at, it's been a while since we last traded jump 10. It's been reacting on this level. It's been on this level for some good time. So according to H1, daily time frame, we are looking for buys. Then this was a retest yesterday. That sell kind of retest, though it had a low momentum. So we were anticipating a pullback, probably even back to that level, and then actually we may even continue with the sell. Yeah, we may even continue with the sell because of that resistance right there. We may continue with the sell. So according to weekly, we are already selling. We wanted a retest about that level, but from what I'm seeing, we may not even get that retest. We may continue selling. So H4 is already showing us that we are overbought according to H4 and CCI right there. So selling momentum is highly anticipated according to H4. According to H1, we are selling and we are in a falling wedge. Now the falling wedge clearly will tell us that we will see some sort of buy later on. Yeah, probably this kind of move from there to there probably. So for now, the buy may still be on to reach there, and then later on come with a sell. So before that, let's wait and see. So each one is like that. M15 on the other hand, we can actually use M15 to make our entries. Yeah, according to M15, let's see. That is a sell. Now we need a buy according to M15. The momentum is low for me to have an entry, so for now I will leave it. Because of the momentum. I'll leave it because of the momentum. Let me have my points of interest drawn just in case if price decides to come back. This has already been mitigated. It's a fair value gap. It has already been mitigated, so it may not come to it again. So you may actually continue with the buy, or if it decides to come down again, then it will come all the way to the order block, then gives us a buy. So for now, it's a no-go for me to make any entries. I will leave that at that, and now we head into a recap. Let's head into a recap and we call it a day. Alright, so we started from crash 500, and clearly it has gone all the way up. According to M5 and M15, it's continuing. So if we had rushed to enter, we would be in a loss already. So that's it. That's still a no-go for me. Boom, 1000. On the other hand, it has reached that level. Is it enough for us? Not yet, really. Not yet. Feel like it needs to get to that order block. So I will just hold on for now to make an entry. Yeah, not yet. So that's a no-go yet, because we need to sell it again. Boom, 500. Pull back, then entry. We will wait and see about that. I'm skeptical. And yes, it has decided to break out there. According to M30, it has not even returned to this order block. That's weird. Very weird. That's very weird. That's weird, but I'm still not convinced. It may just give us a fake breakout there, thinking it has broken out now and then later come back down. So I'm not yet convinced for now. Yeah, not yet convinced. Right there and then calm down. So we're waiting for that. This one is a no-go, no wastage of time. Jump 25, we need a pullback here, and then we can enter our buys again. Jump 10, jump 10 is a no-go for now because of what we are seeing. So you may not see it come back down, but sometimes it does to grab the early buyers. So we may not see it come all the way back down, but if it does, then the better, because then we will know. So until then, it's very tricky for me to enter any buys. Yeah, I have my highs up, I have my lows down, so it's coming. It's trading within this kind of it's like weight. This is a rising wedge, which is a bit weird. It means it is going to sell, but then it will not sell before it continues a bit up to probably that fair value gap. That's where our TP is telling us right there. Very weird, but we'll wait and see about it. But as of now, I'm off. Let's call it a day, and I'll be of course, those who are on VIP, I'll be updating you when some of these moves mature and give us an entry, and then we'll be able to look at how we are going to make this money today. And of course, lastly, just an update, those who were on the BTC analysis yesterday, you saw how we entered that kind of move yesterday. So those who were with us, we made that money all the way from there. It was a bit of a sniper entry right there. Those who followed up the analysis that I shared, that we had on the YouTube live, and of course those who are on the channel, WhatsApp channel, and the rest of other groups, I think I shared the signal for BTC to sell it. So congrats to those that made money. So price again came back to this very low. I'm still not convinced. I need to see it down below source. Either way, I'm not convinced to enter fully the buys. So this is a change of character we are seeing on M15, but it's not yet convincing for me to actually decide to enter buys as of now. All right, so that is for today. That is enough for today. Let me wish you guys a good day, happy trading, and please don't forget to use proper risk management. If you happen to not to be on VIP and you're trading on your own, then please use proper risk management and proper sizing, position sizing, so that you don't mess up your account. Remember, your first priority or your first focus as a trader is to protect your account. You protect your account in as much as you can, because without your capital, you're just not a trader. You're not trading. You're not in business. You have to maintain your capital to be in business. Yes, risking is anticipated, is necessary, but not to risk all your capital and then think you're trading. I think that's it. Happy trading. See you tomorrow same time. God bless.